Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about an educational system called Montessori. It was started by a doctor in Italy named Dr. Maria Montessori, and basically she created a child-centered education approach where she basically tried to focus on how the child learns. In it, she talks about how children like to be independent, they like to be able to move around, and they just need a lot of personal time with themselves to learn the concept, which I thought was interesting. People like Alexander Graham Bell and the Google founders, they have all been supporters of this newfound educational system, and I'm very interested in how it works. She focused on five major areas when teaching the children. She focused on practical life skills, sensorial education, language, math, and culture, which I thought was very important, because when I think about what are we learning in schools, we're learning about how to live our everyday lives. We're learning to live math, culture, and language mostly. All the Englishes, most of those are just languages. So I think it's a very logical approach to educating children. And I know a lot of people have not heard about Montessori, because I've never heard about it until I moved to Jackson, Mississippi. But I think there are a lot of things that we need to look at and review in this approach, because a lot of times when we put our children in school, they have to sit in a classroom all day. They can't get up. The teacher's like, stay in your seat, or you can't do this, you can't do that. And when they're in an environment where they can do more, I wonder, are they able to think better? Are they able to have more confidence, not, having everything just be, no, you can't do this, you can't do that all day for about 8-7 hours a day. It can be overwhelming. But one of the things that I did like, because they approached this teaching method with through the senses. That was a lot. They had a lot of touching stuff, moving stuff. They were just doing a whole lot. And it follows the concept that nothing in the intellect, there's nothing in the intellect that wasn't first through the senses. It's something you saw, you smelled, you taste, you heard, you felt, And I feel like that's a great way to start educating young children, because they like to get into things. They want to smell, they want to taste, they want to hear, they want to see, And one thing she also focused a lot on was having a prepared environment for children, which is really important, because when you think about normal daycare centers and pre-K and kindergarten classrooms, before the children get in, the space is all nice and neat. Everything has to be laid out for them. Children like structure. They really do. And I think when we're homeschooling, if we don't provide that structure for our children from the beginning, it may make them, get off task a lot. If you're not, they're like, hey, this is this, this is this, this is that, I think they need that instruction. Now, she also talked about the teacher. The teacher in this Montessori environment, she says, has to be very patient and not overbearing. When we have a one-on-one session, we're teaching, a child something, we say, write this, do this, do this. I think she's trying to say that teachers need to have enough patience to just show and direct, children, but not just be so demanding about it, And I thought that was very, very interesting. Another thing that was interesting was the products that the children were using. I've never seen these toys before. And these toys and tools they were using, was very sensorial, like she said. But I have never seen it on a shelf at Toys R Us. And I go to Toys R Us all the time. I'm always looking for educational tools, but I have never seen these new educational products that the children were working with. They had things that could button up, zip up, belts. They had so much to work with. And in the math department, the way they were being taught math was even different. They were able to really visualize what it means to be in a ones value and a tens value. And I thought that was very, very interesting. Now, like I said, like I don't know who are these children who have gone through the Montessori educational program because, like I said, it was founded like in 1906, and people like Alexander Graham Bell have supported it. So I'm just like, well, why hasn't it trickled down to the black community yet? Because these children were learning concepts that I didn't really know about to maybe high school, shades, different shades of color, stuff like that. In pre-K, kindergarten, they may teach us, this color and this color make this colors, but we're not really talking about hues of color in pre-K and kindergarten. Like, it was kind of amazed. I'm like, where are these products? Like, you have to buy them in bulk at a special place online or spend a whole lot of money for them. But as we know, like, money is access to knowledge and power. And I think as parents, we have to not be afraid, to spend our money on a quality product that will educate our children. Because, like I said, they had this in 1906. That means we're behind. Like, our children are behind. How are we going to get them forward? How are we going to make sure they're able to compete if we're not giving them the best available products to learn with, or if we're not giving them the best method to teach something? And I feel like that's very important in homeschool, because a lot of times when we're homeschooling, we're just like, oh, we're going off, the fly, or maybe we bought one or two books with a little bit of instruction. But other than that, we don't have any kind of prepared environment, and we're just focused on, oh, well, at this age, she needs to be in first grade, and we keep our children in these grades. Like, when you are 5 years old, you just have to be doing first grade work. When you don't have to be, you can be 5 years old doing college algebra. You can be 5 years old doing chemistry. Like, there is no such thing as age appropriateness regarding knowledge. Like, if your child can reading alone, it will put you, ahead of the game, because you're able to understand something before somebody else. Going on to any other things that I thought was very cool about this Montessori educational system was that it teaches independence to the child. And from what I was able to see in the video, was that the child had to have some kind of level of maturity in order to focus on the task, complete it, and then just go to another task without a teacher telling them, hey, now it's time to do this. So I'm not sure if it'll work for every child, because sometimes, you got to give children, a little instruction like, hey, now it's time to do this, now it's time to do that. And what I saw was the Montessori children, they'll finish a task and they'll go to another task. And, that was pretty much their day, what they wanted to do for their day, which I thought was actually cool. But, I also was like, well, I don't know, how do they handle temper tantrums? How do they handle, when the children are just having a bad day? I didn't really see any methods for, controlling that. And, I mean, that's just a real life classroom, whether you're teaching from home or in public school. Your child's going to be like, I'm sick today. I don't want to do this. How are you going to handle it? Like, what do they do in Montessori to handle a child who's kind of, just not into it for the day? Because that was my main concern. I'm like, well, I think this Montessori method is very good, but how do you adjust for this attitude, or how do you adjust for when this happened or this happened? And I think that was the only thing I felt needed to be included in the video. So with that being said, I want you to watch this video, watch the children, watch what they're doing, and see if it's something you can implement at home. Even if it's just the products, maybe you'll get a cool idea for buying a certain product to teach this concept to your child. Just watch the video. Tell me what you think about Montessori educational techniques. What are you doing that is like it? What are you doing that is different and working? And like I said, let's just have an intelligent conversation about how we're homeschooling our children, because they deserve the best we can give to them, and they deserve for us to be well informed. All right. Enjoy this video. Tell me what you think, everybody. Here is a Montessori school in Illinois. As you can see, the children are all doing different things. And when I first clicked on the video, I was just noticing what toys the children were playing with because I have never seen those toys before. But they look like they're having fun and everybody's doing something different, which I thought is kind of similar to a homeschool environment. You know, they have little sessions where they all do one thing at a time. I think this is for their cultural curriculum, but for the most part, children are doing different stuff. Like I said, the materials they're using are, I think, designed specifically for Montessori, which I think was cool, but it's nothing you can't, make at home yourself. But as far as the curriculum goes, I think it's really appropriate for the age group, 3 to 6. I think it's a good environment for 3 to 6 years olds. Let's see, and as you can see, there are teachers. They monitor the children. Sometimes they spend one-on-one time with them, but they usually just let the children kind of teach themselves, and they go from task to task themselves. Also, as you see, this girl, she's finished with playing with a mat or something, and she just goes on to something else. And it looks like a fun environment. It really does remind me of a daycare homeschool environment because everybody is doing something different. But the most important thing I see in this video is they do look very much engaged in what they want to do. And I think those are like some cool furniture features that they have, like the miniature sinks and stuff. It gives the child the option to be independent when they actually can reach everything. And just the environment itself, like these toys, I'm pretty sure it's not things that they have at home, because I've never seen math taught like this. And I think that was very important because I love the way they taught the math, because they taught them math through the senses. And, they basically understand that math is important to learn through the senses first, but before it comes abstract. And I think that was very important throughout this whole video. You need to go online yourself and watch the whole video because I just cut it up a little to show what was going on in the classroom. But I really think some of the things that they do with Montessori is really useful when you're homeschooling. And a lot of these projects and things that the children are doing, if you just go to Pinterest, you can find ideas for how to do things at home. Because, homeschooling it's not near, it's kind of been around for a long time. Even Dr. Maria Montessori, she was homeschooling these children that she worked with. So I understand its use in the home. There she is. Marie Montessori. Beautiful lady. Okay, so tell me what you guys thought about the video. What are some things that we can keep? What are some things that you think are not really workable in a classroom? If you know how to find some of these toys and products from the video, please let us know. I saw maybe one website. I think it was like a outlet for Montessori products, which I'm gonna try to investigate pretty soon. See what all they have that I can use. But again, watch the video, and if you know of any other teaching method that we can look into, please just comment in the box below, or just hit me up on YouTube and say, hey, I found something different that may benefit your homeschooling process. Okay, because again, I started this YouTube channel simply to help mothers who are homeschooling teach specific skills. If they just want to know how to learn how to teach a certain concept to their children that I have taught my child, or something I feel like I have mastered. I'm just trying to share information with you guys and let you know that you're not alone, you're not by yourself, and all you have to do is ask or search for something, and it will be revealed to you. Okay, peace.